toy to play with.
Now, there is.
Whoa!
Introducing Pachycormidae Man. Pachycormidae Man includes distinct features such as serrated pectoral fins, reduced pelvic fins, and a powerful lower jaw.
Awesome!
And with two distinct clades, there's always options for a team-up mission.
I'm the ecologically distinct clade of toothed macrophagiovores, which arose due to early radiation in the Torsian, which includes the genus Protospirena.
And I'm the ecologically distinct clade of gigantic suspension feeders, which includes the massive genus Leadsichthys and the basal genus Cerostomus. Thanks, Pachycormidae Man!
Purchase now and get your Pachycormidae Man today.
Pachycormidae can be found in shallow oceans across Europe, Asia, North America, Proto-Caribbean, Australia, South America, Antarctica, and possibly Africa. All sales are set in stone, index fossils not included.
Over time, species evolve. It's the reason we have such an incredible diversity of plants and animals on this planet. But when looking at the fossil record, it can be difficult to determine what order these species evolved in. That's why geologists are always looking for what species are the most basal members, the species that came first.
Take a look at this. It's our fossilized Pachycormidae evolutionary cladogram of science. Pachycormidae is the parent clade and contains all of the species that you can see on this chart. As you can see, there are some independent branches that evolved, as well as these larger groups here, like the macrophagious tooth clade and the suspension feeding clade. Between these groups, there are several key differences that evolved based on their different ecological niches, but the easiest one for us to demonstrate is size. Look here. This is Protosphaena thyrox, a macrophagiovore. And this is a suspension feeder, Leadsichthys problematicus. For reference, this is how long Protospirena was.
And this is how long Leadsichthys was.
But what we're going to focus on for this project is right here, the transitional suspension feeding clade, because that is where we're going to find the most basal member of the genus.
Just give it a recipe. The case is closed. We looked at our two suspects for the most basal member of the suspension feeding clade. Maybe a multi-dent is guilty.
But what if they aren't? Each node on the cladogram has distinct features. It all points to a hidden suspect. A third species we overlooked. Node 2, pelvic fins are absent. Node 4, look how the skull is elongated.
Okay, but that's fine. We still need specimens. Do you have any?
That's the thing. We have specimens already. We've just been incorrectly labeling them as our other two suspects, Pachycormis macropterus and Ondemia multidenta.
My God. That means the real culprit must be
Cerostomus assassines! Come on, we gotta claim to recategorize.
New from the Pachycormidae Man toy line is Cerostomus assassines guy.
Cool!
Cerostomus assassines guy comes equipped with a diet primarily consisting of squid and other cephalopods with rare occurrences of small fish.
I heard Cerostomus assassines guy lived in the Torsian era about 184.2 to 174.7 million years ago.
Well, I heard that based off fossil records, he lived in Western and Central Europe and preferred lagoonal ecosystems and shallow seas.
Complete your Pachycormidae Man collection today by grabbing Cerostomus assassines guy, the most basal member of the suspension feeding clade.
All species sold separately.
Our final distinctions about Cerostomus assassines, the reason we can be absolutely certain it is its own distinct species, come from what's referred to as a precaudal scaly keel, the name for its specific formation of scales. Comparing this to the far more common scaly caudal apparatus found in most of the species further up the clade, we can get a better understanding of its specific features and how it lived. Please consider the following. Now, this chart behind me shows off a couple of the differences between the precaudal scaly keel and the scaly caudal apparatus. Keel scales had sensory pores, which are not found in the apparatus. This led geologists to believe that they evolved both independently and from different parent structures. Secondly, the difference in scale morphology, such as density of scales per area, implies different swimming techniques. Extant species today that utilize similar structures have high cruising speeds and were capable of quick bursts of speed for catching prey, and we think Cerostomus assassines did the same. And lastly, the most important and noticeable difference between the precaudal scaly keel and the scaly caudal apparatus is how they are attached to the body. While apparatus scales were attached directly to the caudal skeleton, keel scales are attached by a fleshy, keel. This keel lies directly between the scales and over the skeleton. Well, that's our show. Thanks for watching. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some cryogenically frozen extant species dissection to do. See ya. Produced in association with Dr. Holtz's geology class.